Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And it is night of the heavyweights. We have 5 big heavyweight boxing matchups. Main event, World Heavyweight Championship in our Legends of Boxing universe. Gene Tunney, the champion, takes on the #1 contender from Philadelphia, PA, Smokin' Joe Frazier. Plus a tremendous undercard. We are at the Rogers Century, Toronto, Canada. Muhammad Ali, co-main event, takes on the Cuban Teofilo Stevenson. 12 rounds for the vacated North American Boxing Federation Heavyweight Championship. Title was vacated by Joe Frazier, as he is attempting to wrest away the World Heavyweight title in the main event against the champion Gene Tunney. Then, another 12-rounder, George Chuvalo from Canada takes on Lennox Lewis from England, but who fought for Canada in the Olympics. 12 rounds for the British Commonwealth title. Mike Tyson takes on James Jeffries, 10 rounds heavyweights. And to start off this night of heavyweights, Larry Holmes versus the German Max Schmeling, 10 rounds, heavyweights. Fight time is here, so pull up a seat and enjoy. Jake Cruz is at ringside. Hope all is well with you, Jake. So our first bout of the evening, both fighters making their debut in our Legends of Boxing universe, Larry Holmes and Max Schmeling. Larry Holmes, the Easton assassin from Easton, Pennsylvania, US of A. Max Schmeling from Brandenburg, Germany. Larry Holmes, overall career record 69-6-0 with 44 stoppages. Max Schmeling, 56-10-4 with 39 stoppages. Both former heavyweight champions. Max Schmeling's biggest win came over Joe Lewis when he knocked him out in the 12th in their first meeting. Lewis would get revenge and stop Schmeling in the rematch. Larry Holmes will have a slight edge in control. Holmes' power is a 5. Schmeling's power is a 5. Endurance, slight edge for Larry Holmes, 25-24. Holmes is a technician. Likes to fight elusive or outside. Max Schmeling, they have him as a physical fighter. I'd lean more technician, really, but they have him as a physical fighter. Likes to fight on the inside or on the outside or the inside. Quite proficient. He likes to land that cross and throw combinations when he's in tight. Larry Holmes likes to use the jab and the right hand. 10 rounds, heavyweights. Joining us at ringside, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out that wonderful channel. As our good friend says, let's go Larry and Jake Cruz. David Selinsky is here also. Says, nice looking card. Oh, it's going to be a fun one, David. Glad you could join us. So to the fight we go. First bout of 5 from the Rogers Century in Toronto, Canada. Both pugilists are in the ring. Holmes in the red corner, Schmeling in the blue corner. They get their final instructions from referee Dave Gardner. And the bell for round number 1. You can see Holmes has a 2-point advantage in control. The lower the control number, CTN, the better. So Schmeling needs some big rolls here, and he gets it right off the bat. Holmes goes into a defensive posture. Schmeling lands a hook to the body, but misses the right hand to the head. Both fighters throw and miss. Round 1 continues. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks them. Schmeling was trying to work that free hand. Oh, big flurry by both fighters. 2 shots land. Good even flurry. We have about 1:22 to go here in round 1. Again, they tie up. Schmeling tries to force Holmes back. Gardner breaks them. Ooh! Holmes goes to the belt line. Referee Gardner says that was a bit low. He warns him. And now they clash heads as Schmeling was trying to work his way inside. He's been putting pressure on Larry. Larry trying to stay behind that jab, but both fighters look A-OK. 28 seconds left in round one, and it's Larry Holmes landing 2 jabs. 19 seconds left, and a jab right-hand combination by Larry Holmes. Those final 2 flurries at the end of round number 1, we give that round to Larry Holmes. Schmeling provided the pressure, but was not effective down the stretch. We give that round to Larry Holmes. Holmes' endurance will go down a bit. Schmeling's will go down a bit more, as he was the pressure fighter. The ringside scorer gave it to Max Schmeling. Wow. We disagree with the ringside scorer. Our scorecards are purely unofficial. Here we go, round 2 scheduled for 10. Schmeling on the outside trying to walk Larry Holmes into a right hand now, as he did with Joe Louis. And Schmeling does land the cross. It was a grazing cross, but a scoring blow. Holmes comes right back with a jab and a right hand to the body of Max Schmeling. Schmeling missed the cross there and missed the left hook when he brought it to the head. Schmeling again being first. He throws and he misses. Good job by Larry. Larry on his toes bouncing. Holmes looks to retaliate. Holmes lands a good clean jab and then the right cross right behind it. Both punches scoring upon the cranium of Max Schmeling. Holmes continues to pump that jab out there. Schmeling is kept at bay. Schmeling looks to counter Larry now. Holmes ducks away from those hooks. Schmeling is throwing, but he's not landing. Schmeling trying to slow down Larry to the body, and he lands to the hip. Oh, big exchange toe-to-toe, and Larry Holmes got the better of it. It was a right hand left hook. While Schmeling was digging the body, Holmes was pounding away at the face. We give that round to Larry Holmes. Again, big rally at the end against the German Max Schmeling. We have it 2-0 Holmes. The ringside scorer has it 1-1. In the Schmeling corner, they want him to be more accurate with his punches and be first. As we hear that through the German interpreter, Larry Holmes, Eddie Futch says, keep using that jab, champ. Steeler Fan 1933 has joined us at ringside. Hope all is well, Matt. Round 3, scheduled for 10. First bout of 5. Tremendous fight card from the Rogers Century in Toronto, Canada. Both fighters throw and miss. Schmeling was really trying to land that right hand there. Another good 2 jabs by Larry Holmes. He has the right hand cocked. Will he launch it? There he goes! Lead right. Nails Max Schmeling. Then he digs a left to the rib cage. Larry again moves away. Works behind the jab. 2 jabs and a right hand. Nails Schmeling. Schmeling blinks, but there's no blood. Excellent round for Larry Holmes. Both fighters trying to feint one another out of position, but it's Holmes who is landing very effectively with that educated left jab, rat-a-tatting the German's face over and over again. And here it's Larry. There's the right hand. It was a lead right this time, and then the left hook to the body. Good job by Larry. Final 38 seconds here in round 3. A round of dominance for the Easton assassin Larry Holmes. Holmes feints the jab and right hooks to the body. Final moments. They tie up, and referee Gardner breaks them at the bell. That was Larry Holmes' best effort here in this bout. We have it 3-0 Holmes. The ringside score 2-1 Holmes. Max Schmeling's going to have to do something to really change the momentum of this bout. Steeler Fan 1933 says Schmeling will be challenging the heavyweight champ Foreman in his Glory Days boxing universe soon. Excellent. Another fine game, Glory Days Boxing. Bring it to a tabletop near you. Can be purchased at SidelineStrategies.com. Glory Days Boxing, created by our good friend Anthony Crooks, a.k.a. Bleacher Bums Gaming. I love it. Here we go, round 4. Schmeling trying to work his way inside. Holmes trying to keep him at bay with the jab. Schmeling is unable to land on the inside as Holmes moves away. Holmes now looking. And Holmes lands a grazing jab as Schmeling again, in a crab-like crouch, looks to come out of it and throw, and there's a left hook to the body and a grazing, chopping right hand to Larry Holmes' head. Schmeling has to keep that up. He stays in tight, toe-to-toe exchange. Both fighters land body and head. From distance is Larry Holmes. He lands a jab and a nice right cross. That right cross is a laser. And once again, this time, jab and a right hook to the body. Holmes getting in a rhythm. But that rhythm is going to try to be disrupted as Schmeling bulls his way in but cannot land. Holmes smothers him. And now Holmes slides away. Holmes, behind the jab, misses the cross. Grazing jab, and he missed the cross. Good defense by Max Schmeling. 10 seconds to go here in round 4. And there's the bell. Again, I give that round to Larry Holmes. Schmeling breathing slightly heavier than Holmes. We have Holmes in total control of this fight unofficially. Jack Thompson has joined us. And he says, Marciano knocked out Schmeling in 2 rounds in my universe. What game, Jack? Boxing game, if I may ask. Round 5, scheduled for 10. Larry Holmes comes right out, using the jab once again, over and over again, rat-a-tatting the German. Schmeling looking to counter from distance, but it's Holmes who lands a jab and a right hand. Both fighters trying to feint one another out of position. Schmeling looking to walk Larry into a right hand. There it is! Right hand, left hook to the head. Holmes blinking. Holmes comes right back with 2 jabs. He's on his toes. Schmeling not as nimble on his feet as Larry Holmes. Holmes continues to rat-a-tat the jab and that right cross. It is an educated combination that Holmes can land in his sleep, and he is landing it over and over again against Max Schmeling. Schmeling and Holmes tie up. Referee Gardner says fight out of it. Now he breaks them. 28 seconds left in round 5. Again they tie up. Referee Gardner doesn't like it and forces the break. Schmeling pops into punching distance, and he misses the shots. Larry Holmes is able to parry one punch away and slide away from the other. Excellent round for Larry Holmes. Jack Thompson says legends of boxing for the Marciano knockout of Schmeling in 2 rounds. Thank you for sharing that, Jack Thompson. Also like to say hello once again to Steeler Fan 1933, our good friend Matt, David Selinsky, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, our good friend Tim, and Jake Cruz. Round 6 is upon us, scheduled for 10. Let's go to the ringside score. We've given every round, the first 5 rounds to Larry Holmes. The ringside scorer has it closer than we do. Obviously, we have it 5-0 Holmes. The ringside scorer has it 3-2 Holmes after 5. Big difference there as how we're seeing this bout. The bell for round 6. Toe-to-toe exchange as Schmeling tries to put the pressure on. Once again, Schmeling cutting off the ring, and Schmeling starting to land. He digs to the body and then goes up to the head. 3-punch salvo lands for Schmeling. Holmes from behind the jab, hooks to the body. So a good left jab and then that right hook to the ribs of the German Max Schmeling. Holmes trying to follow up, lands a lead right, grazing punch but scoring punch. Schmeling comes in. Again, Schmeling bangs the body and up to the head. Schmeling pressing. He's trying to change the tide of battle, but Holmes lands 2 jabs and a stinging right cross, and Schmeling has some swelling near the left eye. Schmeling starting to swell up. Both fighters feint but don't fire. 39 seconds left in round 6. Holmes lands towards the belt line. 3 seconds left, and at the bell, a furious exchange as the crowd comes to their feet at the Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada. That was Schmeling's best round. I give it even. That's the way I see it. We're coming up on round 7. Holmes still looking very solid here. Mark Jones, manager, trainer, confidant of Primo Canera, is at ringside along with Jack Thompson. Steeler Fan 1933, David Selinsky, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, and Jake Cruz. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. They gave that round to Holmes. I gave it even. After 6, I have it 5 Holmes, 1 even. And as you can see, the ringside scorer has Holmes up by 2 points. Round 7, scheduled for 10. Schmeling will again try to get inside and work the body of Larry Holmes. But it's Holmes behind the jab. But he does not land. Good defense by the German Max Schmeling. Schmeling gets inside as he cuts off the ring, and he bangs the body and up to the head. Holmes was turning with those punches, but that salvo scored. Schmeling has to continue to do more of that. Schmeling lands on the belt line. Dave Gardner warns him, but Schmeling is trying to slow down the Easton Assassin. Holmes not happy with that, lands a jab and a right hand. A little bit of that swelling's going to get worse near that left eye. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. 1:05 to go here in round 7. Schmeling again works his way in tight, and Schmeling digs the body, trying to slow down Larry Holmes. Holmes, side-to-side movement, lands a lead right. Good job by Larry. 37 seconds left. Toe-to-toe exchange, favoring Schmeling. He got in a solid right hand. Final moments of round 7. Holmes looks to come back. He misses 2 jabs. We give that round to Max Schmeling. That is the first round we have given to the German. In the Holmes corner, Eddie Futch wants him to be a little more active with that jab and continue to stay outside. His trainer, Eddie Futch, telling Holmes, you are well ahead. Let's take this on points. If he walks into something, we'll take him out. In the Schmeling corner, they're very happy as we listen to the German interpreter. We prepare for round number 8, scheduled for 10. Schmeling again cuts off the ring. Holmes getting dangerously close to those ropes. And Schmeling, left hook, right hook to the body. Good job by Schmeling. Schmeling now backs Holmes to the ropes again. Lands a grazing uppercut. Good start for Schmeling. Schmeling keeps Holmes pinned on those ropes. Lead right hand. Crashes the jaw of Larry Holmes, and then the German digs the left to the rib cage. Holmes trying to work his way off the ropes. He cannot. Schmeling bores in. Those punches missed by Larry Holmes. And Schmeling lands another chopping right hand and then brings the left to the side of the head of Larry Holmes. Holmes again tries to fight his way off the ropes. Right hand, but Schmeling will not budge. Holmes back to the ropes. Holmes misses the 2 jabs. Schmeling looking to come in. Holmes again fires. Jab right hand upon Schmeling. Final seconds here, and it's Schmeling keeping Holmes trapped on the ropes. He lands a chopping right hand and a left hook to the body. Schmeling really pouring it on. Good job by the German Max Schmeling. You can hear the cheers from Brandenburg, Germany, here in Toronto, Canada. We prepare for round number 9, but Schmeling seems a bit fatigued. He used a tremendous amount of energy in round 8. Schmeling, can he sustain it in these final 6 minutes? The ringside scorer has given the last 2 rounds to Schmeling. He has it a dead even fight. We still have Holmes up 6-1-1. 6 rounds home, 1 round Schmeling, 1 round even. So a big difference here. Dave Little has joined us at ringside. Check out that wonderful channel. I've got to catch up on some wrestling and basketball. He did basketball Friday night, wrestling tonight. Also, we have Mark Jones here. And RJL Network, our good friend Rob. Hope all is well. Check out that wonderful channel. He's been doing some Marvel game board, card and dice games. And a new baseball season will be coming up soon for our good friend Rob, RJL Network, using Inside Pitch tabletop card and dice. Round 9 scheduled for 10. The ringside scorer has it close. We have Holmes comfortably ahead. And Larry trying to take command again behind that jab. 2 jabs in a right hand. Solid combination. Again, Holmes can throw it over and over again in his sleep. And there he goes. Lead cross. A lead cross by Larry Holmes. Holmes did not like how Schmeling roughed him up and was able to keep him on the ropes. Schmeling gets inside, lands towards the belt line. Referee Gardner says it's okay. Holmes moves away with distance. Jab right hand combination again. We have about 1:34 to go here in round 9. Holmes controlling the pace here. 2 more jabs by Larry Holmes. And now the German's nose begins to draw blood. There is blood from Schmeling's nose along with the swelling near the left eye. We have about 1 minute to go here in round 9. Holmes continues. Jab, jab, jab. Right hand. Big right hand. And Schmeling is down. Schmeling is down. Holmes goes to the neutral corner. The count has reached 5, 6. Schmeling begins to rise. He'll take the mandatory 8. What a right hand by Larry Holmes. 44 seconds left. Holmes trying to finish off Schmeling dipping and diving. Holmes again pounding away, but he cannot land the killer blows. Holmes lands to the body, and some of those shots were near the belt line as he tried to take out Schmeling, who was lingering on the ropes. What a huge double jab, and then the booyah right hand of Larry Holmes. Holmes, we have him well ahead now. Schmeling, bloodied, swollen, sits on his stool. And we can hear through the German interpreter, they're telling Maxie that he must knock out the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes. I just don't think he has the pop in those punches anymore. After further review with Steve Tower has joined us as he chants USA, USA here in Toronto, Canada at the Rogers Century. Check out that wonderful channel after further review with Steve Tower. Ringside scorer has Holmes up. He had it even after 8, but with that knockdown, the ringside scorer, 86-84, Larry Holmes, we have Holmes comfortably ahead. Round 10, they touch gloves. Referee Gardner says, God bless, fight. And it's Max Schmeling boring in, and Schmeling hooks to the body, but he needs a big punch here. Holmes comes back with a tremendous 4-punch salvo. Left, right to the head, a left to the body, and he brings a right hook back to the jaw of Max Schmeling. Holmes digs that body and digs it hard. Both fighters feint but don't throw. We have about 1:30 to go here in the final round. Schmeling gets inside. Schmeling works the body. He's got to start landing to the head. Holmes keeping Schmeling at bay. Feints the jab and goes right hook to the rib cage of Max Schmeling. Schmeling bores in again. Schmeling bangs the body and up to the head, throwing 4 hooks. Schmeling in these final moments hoping for the knockout punch. Lands a hook to the body and brings the right uppercut, splitting the guard of Larry Holmes. Final moments of this fight. And that is it. That is it. We see Larry Holmes in his debut in our Legends of Boxing universe, victorious unofficially. And we see in his debut the German Max Schmeling going back to Brandenburg, Germany in defeat. After further review with Steve Tower and a detachment of Marines in full dress, blues, have entered the arena to support Tunney for the main event. Again, the main event, Gene Tunney, Joe Frazier, 15 rounds. So the ringside scorer gives it to, oh my God, the ringside scorer needs to be drug tested. The ringside scorer has Holmes only victorious by 1 point. I only gave Schmeling 1 round. We gave Schmeling 1 even round. I mean, maybe he takes the 10th or it's even. I was still leaning Holmes. But again, my scorecard and the ringside score unofficial. Here we go, the official result. The official result. David Selinsky says, very good fight. Now the judges' results. Here's the official decision. We have a unanimous decision. 96-94, 96-94, 95-94. Wow, they had it very close. For Larry Holmes, so the knockdown proves the difference in this bout. I just didn't see it that close. I really didn't. Holy moly, but Larry Holmes not happy with how close the bout was on all 3 judges' scorecards. But he does win the unanimous decision and gets the victory. Let's go to the fight report real quick. Trying to see quickly They gave the 10th round to Schmeling. Okay. 10-8. Schmeling got the 8th and the 7th. Wow. Holmes the 6th. Holmes was dominant early. So Max Schmeling, in a closer tussle than we thought, almost pulls out the upset of Larry Holmes. But again, Holmes wins unanimous decision. Doesn't matter how it's seen, he's the winner. And at least the judges, the blind mice, got it right. Alrighty, we go to our second 10-round heavyweight bout. Once again, I'd like to thank at ringside RJL Network. Please check out that wonderful channel. After further review with Steve Tower, check out that wonderful channel. And he says, a win is a win. I agree, Dave Little, the good Dr. David Little, another wonderful content creator in our community. Mark Jones, thank you for being here. Jack Thompson, thank you. Cleve Baseball Fan 879, our good friend Tim, check out his wonderful channel. And, of course, Jake Cruz, coming in from Las Vegas, Nevada, to Toronto, Canada, at the Rogers Century to watch these bouts. Up next, our second 10-round heavyweight bout, Iron Mike Tyson, the betting favorite, against James J. Jeffries. Two big punchers, but Tyson likes when you come to him. He wants to stand and bang. Tyson will have an advantage in power, 10-7, and, to my opinion, the advantage in hand speed. James J. Jeffries, physically a very strong man, and if he can hit Tyson, we'll see what happens. Mike Tyson, Catskills, New York, 50 victories, 6 defeats, 2 draws. He had 2 draws? I don't remember 2 draws. Huh. Oh. I really don't remember 2 draws. 44 by stoppages. James J. Jeffries had many a bout that was not, say, sanctioned. So his overall record, 18-1-2 with 15 stoppages. And he's from Burbank, California. Rumor has it, a bout with Maxie Bear fell out in California. So Jeffries took this. That's still in the works, though. Win, lose, or a draw for James J. Jeffries. Tyson will have an edge in control, it looks like, by 2, in my opinion. Endurance for Tyson, 22. Endurance for Jeffries, 32. Jeffries, tremendous fighter when it comes to endurance. No slouch of his own. Jeffries is going to bring it. He's going to come inside or give you pressure. Mike Tyson, he's going to bring it. He's going to come inside or bring pressure. Bombs away. Tyson likes to throw uppercuts and bang away with that hook. Jeffries likes to hold you and hook you. So it's going to be, can Jeffries land something to hurt Tyson early? As after further review with Steve Towers says, I'm in the opinion no one could beat a prime Tyson. Well, interesting. If he was motivated, he would be very... Tyson, in my opinion, Mike Tyson, slightly overrated. No knock against him, and I'll explain why later. But I agree, Mike Tyson, if he was on, he was such a quick-handed fighter and such a hard, devastating puncher. I think he could hold his own with anyone in history. You couldn't count him out against anybody in a fight. The problem is, he sometimes does not work on the inside, and he could get easily frustrated. So, that's just my opinion. But I think he could bang out anybody if he hit him, and he caught him, and he was prepared and mentally right. Here we go to the ring. 10 rounds heavyweights. Both fighters making their Legends of Boxing debut in our universe. And again, I'm Tyson. The lower the CTN number, what I call control, the better. So he has a 9. Jeffries has an 11. So Jeffries needs... Okay, Steeler Fan 1933 says Tyson was 50-6. That's what I thought. 2 no contests. They just probably, because they didn't have an area to put no contest, they put draws. Thank you for that, our good friend Matt. Dave Lowe says everyone thinks Tyson was overrated until you get punched in the mouth. You get punched in the mouth by anyone, you better be ready to go. Here we go. The instructions have been given. Mike Tyson in the red corner. James J. Jeffries, blue corner. It's Catskills, New York versus Burbank, California. East Coast versus West Coast. It's going to be not a rap battle, but a battle of will. A battle of skill. A battle of bangers. The bell for round number 1, and Tyson bores in. Jeffries meets him at ring center, and Mike Tyson bangs away with a vicious combination to the body, but Jeffries was able to smother him. Tyson again on the inside. Bangs to the body with a double left hook, and then brings it to the head. Good start by Mike Tyson. Jeffries tries to tie up Tyson. Now he works a hand free, and he holds Tyson, and he bangs away with that left hand. One to the rib cage and one to the side of the head of Mike Tyson. Jeffries not giving any ground. Tyson misses a big hook. Jeffries got his arms up there. Tyson again stays in tight. Jeffries not giving ground. And Tyson with a 4-5 punch salvo. Rat-a-tats the rib cage 3 times with hooks of James J. Jeffries, then brings them to the head. But Jeffries still stands tall. Toe-to-toe exchange. They are standing ring center phone booth fury. Jeffries the bigger man when it comes to height. Now they back away a bit and circle. Jeffries looks to throw. Jeffries again holds Tyson. He gets inside and lands a right uppercut, a grazing punch, but a scoring blow. And Jeffries unable to land the hooks as he roughs up Tyson on the inside. Good round for both. As they go back to their corners, that was a very close round. I don't know who to give it to. Dave Solinsky says, let's go Iron Mike. After further review with Steve Towers says, let me clarify, Tyson with Rooney in his corner could not be beat. That's the toughest Tyson in my opinion, I agree. Very focused, very focused. Rooney's in his corner. Jacobs is still alive. Clayton and Jacobs are still managing him. He did not like Clayton, but he liked Jacobs. I agree with that. Very tough to beat that Mike Tyson. Round 2. Scheduled for 10. Tyson. Jeffries. Again, they meet toe-to-toe ring center. And it's Mike Tyson. Tyson really working that body hard with quick hooks. Oh, rat-a-tatting the rib cage, playing Jeffries' ribs like a drum. Jeffries ties him up, tries to rough him up. Tyson works his hands freeze. Left hook to the body, left hook to the head, and a right to the head. And Jeffries unbelievably pushes Mike Tyson back. Jeffries, how many times can you absorb those blows? Toe-to-toe exchange favoring Mike Tyson. Jeffries taking a lot of punishment here. Tyson throws a wild uppercut and misses. No counter by Jeffries. Tyson again works his hands free. 4-punch salvo. 2 to the ribs, left, right, and then left, right to the head of Jeffries. Jeffries tries to stay in tight, but it's Mike Tyson doing all the punching. Mike Tyson opens up with a 5-punch fury from hell. The last one being a right hand crashing upon the jaw of James J. Jeffries. And again, Jeffries ties up Tyson and shoves him away. A huge round for Mike Tyson. 41 seconds to go here in round 2. All Mike Tyson. Tyson, left hook to the body, brings it to the head. And Jeffries is in trouble. This time the dam seems to have cracked. Jeffries backs to the ropes. Tyson looking to finish him. Tyson windmilling, banging away. And Jeffries still trying to push Tyson away. And there is the bell. A huge round for Mike Tyson. Nearly dropping James J. Jeffries. Tyson let his hands go and he scored well. We prepare for round number 3. I give the first 2 rounds to Mike Tyson. I was leaning even in the first round. They made it even, and they gave Tyson a 10-8 round without a knockdown. So they have it 20-18. I have it 20-18 also. But I gave the first 2 rounds to Tyson. Round 3 is nearly upon us. David Little says, ordering flowers for my lovely bride for Valentine's Day. Just a reminder to all you men, to everyone. I have already done that. But thank you for the reminder. Round 3 scheduled for 10. Oh, they clash heads. Tyson has a nosebleed. Jeffries, boy, Jeffries really laid in there as they smashed heads toe-to-toe at ring center. Tyson being bothered by that nosebleed. Jeffries taking advantage of this. Jeffries, again, he ties up Tyson, works his hands free, and rat-a-tats the rib cage of Iron Mike Tyson. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks them. Jeffries, again, looking to land. He lands a good left hook to the body and a chopping right hand to the head of Mike Tyson. The blood is bothering Tyson. Came from a clash of heads. Actually, Jeffries put his solid cranium, top of his head, into Mike Tyson's schnoz. They tie up again. You can see the blood on the shoulder and chest area of James J. Jeffries. That is the blood of Mike Tyson from the nose. Jeffries continues to punch, but he misses there. Tyson stayed low. Tyson looking to come out of the crouch, and he lands a right cross and a left hook to the body of James J. Jeffries. 30 seconds to go in round 3. Jeffries throws, misses. Tyson counters with 2 shots to the rib cage. Final moments of round 3. James J. Jeffries doubles up on his left hook to the body and then a chopping right hand to the head. Good round for James J. Jeffries. They're going to work on that bloody nose in the Tyson corner. And the Tyson corner is screaming at referee Dave Gardner, telling them to watch his head, watch his head. That was intentional. Jeffries not one too afraid to bend the rules. Let's go to the ringside score. 29-28. We have it the same. We just got there in a different way. Again, our scorecards are purely unofficial. Here we go, round number 4, scheduled for 10. Tyson really applying solid pressure on Jeffries. Jeffries backs a bit, and Tyson throws. Tyson throws, grazing uppercut. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange for both fighters, but Tyson putting on tremendous pressure. Tyson throws, lands on the body, but misses to the head. Jeffries counters with a right hook. Good job by James J. Jeffries. Tyson undeterred. Tyson bores in. Again, 4 punches, 2 to the body and 2 to the head. Vicious hooks, but Jeffries is standing up to them. Jeffries backs a bit. Tyson again bangs the body with hooks. Jeffries looks to land the right hand. He lands a right hook off the top of Tyson's temple. Toe-to-toe exchange. Jeffries backs up. Jeffries felt those blows. Final 30 seconds of round 4. Jeffries now not wanting to give any more ground. Jeffries throws a hook to the body and then a right hand catching Tyson. And Tyson felt those blows. Final seconds here in round 4. Back and forth action. It's Jeffries at the bell, holding Tyson and pumping 2 right uppercuts through the guard of Iron Mike Tyson, snapping the man from the Catskills, New York area's head twice. We give that round to James J. Jeffries. So we have it dead even after 4, and so does the ringside score. Jeffries really holding his own. He's been the only fighter to have been seriously hurt. Tyson's going to bring it once again. He goes racing out towards Jeffries. Jeffries ring center. Jeffries looking to throw. Jeffries lands a nice combination, catching Tyson wildly coming in. 3 punches got through. It was a lead right, then a left uppercut, and then a right to the body. That landed by James J. Jeffries. Mike Tyson still furious. Tyson, double left hook, 1 to the rib cage, and then he brings it up to the head. Jeffries absorbs it. Tyson continues to work hard on the inside. 3 punches, left, right to the body, and another left hook to the head. Tyson continues to bang and bang hard. Right hand, left hook, right uppercut, and Jeffries buckles. Jeffries buckles. He tries to hold on to Tyson. Tyson shoves him away. Tyson lands a tremendous left uppercut and a right to the jaw of Jeffries. Jeffries ties him up. Tyson looking to work. Jeffries won't let go. Referee Dave Gardner trying to pry them apart. Finally, he pries them apart, giving Jeffries a stern look. Under a minute to go here. Jeffries looking to land something. Jeffries throws wildly. He misses. Tyson coming out of the crouch. Lands the left hook to the jaw. Again, they feint but don't fire. 19 seconds to go in round 5. Excellent round for Mike Tyson. And Tyson lands a left-right to the ribs at the bell of James J. Jeffries. We give that round to Mike Tyson. In the Jeffries corner, he seems to be fading, but still a very formidable foe. I know it's a close fight, but it just seems like Tyson is landing hard shots all the time. We have it 48-47. The ringside scorer has it 48-47. Again, we got there a different way, but the same result. Our scorecards are unofficial. Kevin Rooney telling Mike, let your hands go on the inside. Tyson, as they work on the bloody nose, which was caused by Jeffries planting his top of his head squarely in the face of Tyson. Tyson glaring, very angry. Here we go, round 6. Tyson races out towards Jeffries, and it's a solid toe-to-toe exchange. Fans on their feet. Neither fighter giving an inch, but it's Tyson who again hooks to the body left-right. Those are going to wear down James J. Jeffries. Again, Tyson with a left hook to the body and a right uppercut. It was a grazing punch, but it landed. Big toe-to-toe exchange again, favoring Mike Tyson. Tyson continues to fire. Tyson, 4-punch combination. Left-right to the body, left-right to the head. They're all hooks. Tyson forcing Jeffries back a bit. Left hook to the head, right hand to the head. Jeffries buckles. Tyson pushes him away. Tyson fires. Right hand, left hook, right hand. He's windmilling, snapping the head of Jeffries. Jeffries backs to the ropes. Referee Gardner looking on. 28 seconds to go here in round 6. Mike Tyson continues to bore in. Jeffries' back is on the ropes. Tyson rat-a-tats his rib cage. At the bell, Tyson again rat-a-tats the rib cage and up to the head. Tremendous round for Mike Tyson. He has taken full control of this bout. But Tyson is breathing quite heavily as he goes back to his corner and sits upon the stool. Round 7, 8, 9, and 10 are coming up. Can Jeffries dig deep? He seems to have more stamina even though he's taking a beating. RJL Network, James Jeffries' nickname was the Boilermaker. Yes, it was. 58-56, Mike Tyson, we're in agreement with the ringside scorer. In the Jeffries corner, they're telling James, you got to do it now. The bell, round 7. And it's Tyson again rushing out at Jeffries, and Tyson will land. Combination to the body, they're hooks, and they are hard. Jeffries looks to retaliate. Jeffries holds on to Tyson, bangs away with that right hand into the rib cage of Mike Tyson. Tyson fading a bit, his power going down a bit, and he's going to be more susceptible to be hit. And Jeffries misses that big cross. That was a go-home cross. Tyson, Tyson goes to the hips there. Jeffries comes right back with a left hook and then a right hook. The left to the body, the right hook to the head. This is phone booth warfare. Toe-to-toe exchange on the inside. Under a minute to go here in round 7. Both fighters looking to land big shots. Now they tie up. Referee Gardner orders them to break. They won't break. Referee Gardner separates the two. 10 seconds to go. Jeffries at the bell. And he digs hard to the body and then brings the uppercut, splitting the guard of Mike Tyson to the head. Good round for James J. Jeffries. We have a 1-point fight favoring Mike Tyson, though Tyson has thrown the bigger punchers. The ringside scorer has a 1-point fight favoring Mike Tyson. Rounds 8, 9, and 10 are upon us. Jeffries still seems fresh, though he has taken tremendous punishment, been hurt badly twice. Tyson's nosebleed starts up every time he gets hit. Round 8, scheduled for 10. They tie up. Jeffries tries to walk Tyson back, and he does a bit before referee Gardner breaks him. Tyson leaps in. Tyson misses his shots, but Jeffries bangs the body. Tyson goes a bit south of the border there. Tyson continues to pound away. Double left hook to the body. Jeffries looks to retaliate, misses a big cross. Jeffries looks to fire again. Jeffries lands in combination, but not clean punches. Tyson dips, comes up, lands the hook and the right hand on James J. Jeffries. 45 seconds to go here in round number 8. Toe-to-toe exchange. Jeffries starts to back up. Tyson continues to press. Another toe-to-toe exchange. Final seconds here in round 8. Jeffries looks to land. Jeffries lands a right hand and a left uppercut. And Tyson's knees buckle at the bell. Holy cow, Jeffries landed that Boilermaker right hand cleanly on the jaw of Mike Tyson and then followed it with a tremendous left uppercut. Mike Tyson buckled. He wobbles back to his stool. They quickly put him on the stool. Is this the turning point for James J. Jeffries? We give that round to Jeffries. Definitely stealing it at the end. It's dead even. We have it dead even. Jeffries said he wanted to take Tyson deep into this fight. He has. He has stood up to the Mike Tyson power. They gave the round to Tyson. I didn't. So the ringside score has it 77-75. 2 points Tyson. I have it even after 8. Again, our scorecard's unofficial. Kevin Rooney in the Tyson corner, telling him to work those number combinations. In the Jeffries corner, they're saying, you got him now, James. You got him. Now take him out. Here's the bell. Toe-to-toe they go on the inside, and it's James Jeffries muscling Mike Tyson, banging that right hand to the side of Tyson's head. Tyson looks to retaliate. Tyson comes back with a short right hook. They're standing in close. Jeffries hooks to the body and then brings it up to the head. The left was to the body and the right hand to the jaw of Mike Tyson. Tyson forced back a bit. Jeffries fires again. Left, right, left to the jaw of Mike Tyson. Jeffries continues to force Tyson back. Digging hard to the body. Tyson begrudgingly backing up. Jeffries taking full advantage of this. Jeffries again lands to the body and then brings the left uppercut through the guard of Mike Tyson. Huge round for James J. Jeffries. Jeffries bangs low. He doesn't care. Again, he shoves Mike Tyson away. 35 seconds ago, all James J. Jeffries. Jeffries lands a stinging right cross and then a left hook to the body. Final moments here on round 9. And there is the bell. Jeffries threw a go-home right hand. Tyson very fatigued. Holy cow. Unbelievable. We have James J. Jeffries now ahead by a point. The Boilermaker is boiling. Tyson huffing and puffing on his stool as they work on that nose, the bloody nose caused by the head of James J. Jeffries. Jeffries a bit winded now. Final 3 minutes. This has been one hellacious slugfest here. Ringside score has Tyson up by a point. We have Jeffries up by a point. It's anyone's bout. These 3 minutes are very important. The bell. They touch gloves, and now violence. And it's Mike Tyson. Tyson lands a grazing right hand, but missed with a wild left hook to the head. Both fighters throw and miss. Jeffries on the inside. Oh, big shots by James J. Jeffries. Left hook to the body, chopping right hand to the head of Mike Tyson. Both fighters again miss, jostle, and move away. Jeffries shoves Mike Tyson off balance and lands a grazing uppercut. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. Under a minute to go. This fight is up for grabs. Tyson lands a left hook to the body. Jeffries looks to come back. He lands a left and a right to the jaw and face of Mike Tyson. Final seconds, and it's James J. Jeffries throwing punches against the withering Mike Tyson. Big combination rattles Tyson, and we go to the judges' scorecards. Holy cow. James J. Jeffries, an underdog. I think he's pulled it off, folks. I think James J. Jeffries has pulled it off by 2 points, taking rounds 9 and 10, actually 8, 9, and 10 in my book. So the ringside scorer has it a draw. We have Jeffries taking rounds 8, 9, and 10. We have him by 2 points. But it's anyone's fight. We will go to the judges. How do they see it? RJL Network's Jack Dempsey, the great heavyweight champion, once said, Jim Jeffries was a tough gun. If we could have gotten in the ring together, each at our best, I probably would have had my chin knocked off. The scorecards have been collected here at the Rogers Century in Toronto, Canada. And again, we have Jeffries winning by 2 points unofficially. The ringside scorer has it a draw unofficially. To the judges we go. The official results. 95-95, 95-95, 96-95 Jeffries. It is a majority draw. 2 judges saw it dead even, and the 3rd judge gave it to Jeffries by a point. In the Jeffries corner, they are not happy with this. In the Tyson corner, they're not happy, but it is a draw. So both fighters in their debut stand and bang in a very exciting heavyweight slugfest. 10 rounds, majority draw. Again, 95-95, 95-95, 96-95 Jeffries. We had Jeffries by 2 points. And the ringside scorer, unofficially, both myself and the ringside scorer, our unofficial scorecards, had it even. So, wow! What a bout. Maybe there is a rematch in the near future at the Astrodome. So our second fight goes to a draw. First fight, Larry Holmes won a unanimous decision, much closer than we thought. 96-94, 96-94, 95-94. And now, for a fight that could have took place at Wembley Stadium in London, England, the British Commonwealth title. George Chuvalo of Canada, Lennox Lewis of England, though Lewis did fight for Canada in the Olympics. But the promoter here at the Rogers Centre in Toronto outbid the English promoter. Eddie Hearn, none too happy with that. This is 12 rounds for the British Commonwealth title. Canada is part of the British Commonwealth. And there is a packed house here, very anxious to see this bout. George Chuvalo from Toronto, Canada, will be the overwhelming fan favorite. As Steeler Fan 1933 says, now Mike Tyson has a draw. Yes, he does. Overall, Chuvalo, his record, 73 victories, 18 defeats, 2 draws, 64 by stoppages. Fought Muhammad Ali twice, fought Joe Frazier once. Beat Jerry Quarry in a freak fight. Quarry was kicking the snot out of him, and Chuvalo landed a big shot, sent Quarry to the canvas. Quarry rose before the count of, started to rise, then knelt back down, and got up after the 10 count. He misheard it's still a knockout. I remember, you can find that fight on YouTube. Lennox Lewis, former heavyweight champ, all-time great, 44-2-1 with 32 stoppages from West Ham, England. Lewis is 9-1. His one loss, his failed attempt to wrest away the title from the Marine Gene Tunney, the fighting Marine. He was stopped, and that fight was for the vacant belt. Tunney stopped him, I believe it was in the 15th. Chuvalo is 3-0. All 3 of his bouts have been by stoppage. This is 12 rounds for the British Commonwealth title. Both fighters will make their way to the ring. Packed house here at the Rogers Centre in Toronto, Canada. So it's Chuvalo. Lewis will have a slight edge in the CTN, aka control. The lower the number, the better. Lewis has the slight, actually punching power even at 8. Chuvalo likes to get inside or bring pressure. He will fight on the outside and try to land looping punches. Lewis, pretty much the same. He'll fight on the outside. He'll fight on the inside. He has that nice, cute little dirty tactic where he'll hold your head and then send the right uppercut and try to send your nose through your brain, as Mike Tyson would say. Check out the fight with Lennox Lewis and Michael Grant. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Stamina. Slight edge to Chuvalo, though Chuvalo is the physical fighter, and he in this game, the physical fighters wear down more quickly. That's something a little shaky to me, but this game is excellent. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend Legends of Boxing, along with Glory Days Boxing. I highly recommend Legends of Boxing PC, Glory Days Boxing Tabletop, And I also recommend, if you're a boxing fan, Title Bout 2 on the PC. Here we go. Final instructions have been given. Fighters go back to their corners after they touch gloves. Chuvalo the red corner, Lennox Lewis the blue corner. 12 rounds, our first 12-rounder for the British Commonwealth title. The bell. And it's Chuvalo getting in on the inside, getting past that long jab of Lennox Lewis. Chuvalo bangs the body and lands an uppercut, though not that effective. Those are scoring blows. Toe-to-toe exchange. Chuvalo again bangs the body. Lewis comes back with a chopping right hand. Lewis will be punching down on George Chuvalo, and sometimes that takes the power away. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks them. Lewis, behind that jab, lands a nice three-punch combination, left-right, and then the left to the body. Lewis stays at distance. Chuvalo gets inside. Chuvalo continues to work that body. Good job by George. Chuvalo bores in. Chuvalo misses his punches. Again, wild punches there by George. No counter by Lennox Lewis. They tie up again. Chuvalo trying to impose his will on Lennox Lewis. Referee Gardner breaks them. Chuvalo works his way underneath the jab, and he rat-a-tats the rib cage of Lennox Lewis again. You got to watch out. Chuvalo will bring that looping right hand at a moment. And there's a good cross catching Chuvalo coming in by Lennox Lewis. But we give that round to George Chuvalo. Good round for Chuvalo. Tough nut to crack. Ringside scorer, of course, gives it to Lennox Lewis. So once again, we are not in agreement with the ringside score. Round 2, scheduled for 12. British Commonwealth heavyweight title on the line. Lewis, Chuvalo meet at ring center, and they're going to stand and bang, and it's Lennox Lewis with a left hook to the body, and he brings it to the head. Chopping right hand missed by Lennox Lewis. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange for both fighters. Chuvalo now works his hands free, and he continues to work that body and hard. Chuvalo looking to play Lennox Lewis's ribs like a drum, and so far he has. Both fighters jostle, now fire and miss. We have about a minute 25 to go here in round 2. Chuvalo, looping right hand missed, but the left jab didn't. So it was a weird way. He looped the right hand, and he came up with a hybrid jab, snapping Lennox Lewis's head as he has to punch up against Lennox Lewis. Chuvalo again digs hooks to the body, left-right. Chuvalo just boring in. Oh! Chuvalo windmills 4 punches. Not all of them got in clean, but the right hand did some damage on Lennox Lewis. 25 seconds to go. Chuvalo looking good in this round, and Chuvalo again digs hooks underneath the elbows of Lennox Lewis to the ribs. Seconds left in this round 2. Lennox Lewis lands a jab, a short jab, and then the right hand as they're fighting very tight. I give that round to Chuvalo again. I have a 2-0 Chuvalo. The ringside scorer has it 1-1 even. In the Chuvalo corner, they're telling George, keep banging away on the inside, bang the body, bang him anywhere, arms, hips. But keep punching and keep touching him. In the Lennox Lewis corner, Emmanuel Stewart wants him to work on the outside behind the jab. He's telling Lennox this is one tough Canadian. George Chuvalo. The bell. Lewis. Behind the jab, 2 jabs and a right hand. And Chuvalo just smiles and walks through it. He has a tremendous jaw. And now Lewis goes a little south of the border there, trying to slow down this Canadian tank, George Chuvalo. Lewis is in a rhythm now, 2 jabs and a right uppercut. And that will draw blood from Chuvalo's nose. So Lewis, listening to Emmanuel Stewart, continues to try to use the jab. He jabs. Chuvalo gets underneath it, but Chuvalo misses the looping right hand. No counter by Lennox Lewis. Chuvalo stays in tight, bangs the body with the right and the left. Chuvalo continues with a left hook and a looping right hand that clips Lennox Lewis. So Chuvalo coming on with 47 seconds to go in round 3. Lewis looks to come back, and it is a lead right left hook that catches Chuvalo moving forward. Lewis again from distance misses the left right. Final seconds here in round 3 of this British Commonwealth title fight. Lewis lands 2 jabs, and there is the bell. That was a close round. A close round. We're going to give it to Lennox Lewis. We have a 2-1 for Chuvalo. The ringside scorer has it 2-1 for Lewis. Emmanuel Stewart again imploring Lennox Lewis in the corner. Stay on the outside. Use the jab. Use the right hand. When he gets in tight, rip that right uppercut. In the Chuvalo corner, they're telling him, George, pressure, pressure, pressure. The bell, round 4. Chuvalo gets inside. Chuvalo, right hand, left hook, right hand. And Lewis ties up Chuvalo and pushes him away. He absorbed those punches well. Lewis, behind the jab, lands the right cross. Chuvalo, undeterred, lands another looping right hand and a left to the body. The left was grazing as Lewis was moving away. Chuvalo continues to bore forward. Chuvalo, 1-2 to the body, and he wings a right uppercut, and Lewis buckles! Lewis buckles! Chuvalo has a moment here, and Chuvalo cannot follow up. He lands a couple of hooks to the body, but nothing to the head. Chuvalo continues to press forward, Lewis backing up. Chuvalo on the inside, works through the defense, bangs the body, grazing uppercut once again with the right hand. Lewis, dangerously close to the ropes, lands 2 jabs, but Chuvalo continues to move forward. George looking to load up. George again bangs the body. Lewis back to the ropes now. Under 20 seconds to go. Lennox Lewis trying to fight off the ropes, and he misses the jab. Excellent round for George Chuvalo as he nearly took the big man Lennox Lewis from England off his feet. The fans here in Toronto were prepared to yell timber. We have Chuvalo up 3-1. The ringside scorer has it even. Again, our scorecards are unofficial. Round 5, scheduled for 12. On the line, the British Commonwealth heavyweight title. Lennox Lewis again from behind the jab. 2 jabs. Right hand upon Chuvalo's jaw, but Chuvalo walks through it. Lewis looks to repeat, but he cannot. He misses those shots. He feinted the jab and missed the right hook. Lewis again. Jab, and then there's the uppercut. There's a good uppercut as Chuvalo tried to get in. And Chuvalo has a gash on his forehead. That is a lot of blood. A lot of blood from George Chuvalo. Beautiful combination by Lennox Lewis. They tie up. The blood again that you see upon Lennox Lewis's chest and shoulder is that from the forehead of George Chuvalo. Lewis looking to peck that. And again, jab, right uppercut. Chuvalo continues to bleed. Chuvalo looking to land a home run. Left hook to the body, left hook to the head, right hook to the head. And Lewis is hurt. A bloody George Chuvalo bores forward. Lewis backing up. His senses are not all there. Right hand, left hook, right hand. And Lewis is on the ropes in trouble. Chuvalo goes for the kill. He windmills. He is landing. Lewis seems defenseless. Lewis ties him up. Final seconds here. A bloody George Chuvalo is hit with a hook, and there's the bell. Unbelievable. George Chuvalo with blood flowing from his forehead. Horrible gash. I don't know how they're going to stop that. They quickly go to work on that cut, but we give that round to George Chuvalo. Again, he hurts Lennox Lewis. The ringside scorer gives it to George Chuvalo. We have Chuvalo up by 3 points. Actually, I think 4 points. The ringside scorer has Chuvalo. No, we have Chuvalo up by 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 4 points. We have him up by 4 points. Ringside scorer 2 points for Chuvalo. But that cut is hideous. That cut is hideous. As they try to get that under control in the Chuvalo corner. In the Lennox Lewis corner, Emmanuel Stewart saying you got to keep him behind that jab. Here's the bell, round 6. Midway point, scheduled for 12. British Commonwealth heavyweight title. They tie up, and the blood continues to flow. You can see it coming through the goop that they have put on the forehead of George Chuvalo in his corner. Lewis trying to back up Chuvalo now. Lewis holds and lands that uppercut. That is that nifty little combination that ripped open George Chuvalo. Toe-to-toe exchange, favoring neither. Both fighters landed fairly cleanly. Lewis lands a right cross, it's a chopping right hand, and then a left hook to the body. Lewis, they're saying that was a good punch to the ribs. Chuvalo looks to retaliate as he bangs the body and then sends a grazing uppercut that glances Lennox Lewis, but they're scoring blows. Chuvalo, right cross, a looping right hand, and Lewis is hurt. The right hand finds its mark once again upon the jaw of Lennox Lewis. Chuvalo bores in. Chuvalo bangs the body and rips another shot to the head. And there is the bell. Holy cow. We give that round to Chuvalo, bloodied or not. Chuvalo is bringing the pressure, bringing the heat. Both fighters went at it, but at the end, it was Lennox Lewis backing up, giving ground, and he was hurt. Can they keep that cut on the forehead, that nasty gash upon the forehead of George Chuvalo under control? We have Chuvalo winning this fight quite easily. And now the ringside scorer has Chuvalo up by 2. We have Chuvalo up by 5. Round 7. Lewis trying to work behind the jab, and it's a beautiful combination. There was a jab in the right to the body, and then a left hook to the head. Nice combination by Lennox Lewis. Lewis pumps the jab out there, lands a grazing cross. Lewis again, jab, and then the right hook to the body. Chuvalo is being kept at bay, and there is a big jab and a right hand, and Chuvalo walks through it. But those are hard punches. Don't you think they're not, folks. Those are hard punches from Lennox Lewis, but Chuvalo has a chin of granite. Chuvalo lands a grazing jab. Chuvalo, again, trying to get in tight. And Chuvalo chopping right hand, left hook, and another right hand. Lewis blinks, but there's no blood. Under a minute to go. Lewis back, trying to establish his jab. And there, jab, 2 jabs and a right hand. And Chuvalo again walks through it. Big combination by Lennox Lewis. This is a Lewis round. Final 30 seconds. Chuvalo lands a grazing shot in a wild charge. Seconds left, and it's Chuvalo. Left hook, right hook to the head, and there is the bell. We give that round to Lennox Lewis. Though Chuvalo is just not blood or not. He is not deterred, but he is breathing quite heavily now, as we're going to be coming up on round 8. Excuse me. So we have it 5-2 Chuvalo. The ringside scorer has it 1 point for Chuvalo, 67-66. But Chuvalo breathing quite heavily. Lewis also breathing heavily in his corner. I believe that these fighters are going to have to really dig down deep after round 8. So Chuvalo, they continue to try to put that medicine, the goop as I call it, on the forehead and try to slow down the bleeding. But anytime Lennox Lewis lands the jab, that blood starts to flow from that gash on the forehead. It's coming down the middle of the face and not affecting Chuvalo too badly with vision at the moment. Here's round 8, and there's the bell. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks them, and you can see again the blood as Chuvalo backs up for the break on his forehead. Lewis pumps that jab and the right hand, catching Chuvalo moving forward, and there's the blood beginning to flow. Chuvalo lands a looping right hand and then digs a left to the body of Lennox Lewis. Chuvalo again gets inside. Left hook, right hook. The right hook was a hybrid. It was a wild punch to the head. It scored. Chuvalo banging away. Right cross, left hook, and another right cross. And Lewis ties him up and now pushes Chuvalo away. He absorbed those punches better. There's a little zing off the Chuvalo punches. Lewis misses the jabs. Chuvalo tries to get in. Lewis lands the lead right and a left to the body, stopping the advance of George Chuvalo. Chuvalo underneath the jab, rat-a-tats the rib cage with a 3-punch combination. Left, right, left, all hooks to the body of Lennox Lewis. Good combination. Final seconds here in round 8, and it's Chuvalo at the bell, banging the body and forcing Lewis back. That was a tough round to score. Chuvalo sits on his stool. They immediately go to work on that gash on the forehead. Lewis breathing heavily in his corner now. Round 9, scheduled for 12, British Commonwealth title at stake here, the vacant title. I gave round 8 to Chuvalo, so did the ringside scorer. We have Chuvalo with a fairly comfortable lead. The ringside scorer has it much closer, 77-75. A lot of people surprised listening to this fight from merry old England about the tough time Lennox Lewis is having with George Chuvalo, who is considered a plotter in their minds. Round 9. There's the bell, and Chuvalo works his way inside against Lennox Lewis, and again he works that body and he works it overtime. Both fighters throw and miss. They tie up and now they move away. They tie up once again as Chuvalo tries to walk Lewis back. Referee Gardner breaks them. 1:49 left in round 9. Lennox Lewis, 2 jabs and a right hand. 3 punches land for Lennox Lewis. Both fighters feint but don't fire. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. As Lewis tries to move away, Chuvalo a little quicker, I guess, than Lennox Lewis thought. He is landing punches. We have 53 seconds left. Again, Chuvalo works his way underneath the jab and comes up banging to that body. Left-right hook to the rib cage of Lennox Lewis. They tie up. Lewis tries to work the free hand. Chuvalo tries to work the free hand. Referee breaks them. Final seconds of round 9. And punching at the bell is Lennox Lewis. He lands 2 clean jabs. Round 10 is coming up. I thought Chuvalo was effective in his aggressiveness. We give that round to Chuvalo. They give the round to Lennox Lewis. Chuvalo up by 1. Maybe I'm just surprised how well Chuvalo is doing. Round 10, scheduled for 12. Chuvalo, again, cuts off the ring on Lewis. And he lands a left hook and the chopping. It's a looping right hand, actually, on the jaw of Lennox Lewis. Chuvalo follows it up, banging the body with 4 punches, left, right, to the ribs, all hooks. Chuvalo continues to batter forward. He can't land. He cannot land. Lewis parried away those punches. Now Lennox Lewis moves away from the ropes. Lewis lands a grazing jab. Chuvalo continues to move in. Toe-to-toe exchange favoring neither. We have about 1:16 to go here in round 10. And Chuvalo lands a beautiful combination. 2 to the body and then brings it to the head with 2 more shots. Lewis backs up. 44 seconds to go. Lewis lands a grazing right hand. Chuvalo comes out of the crouch with a looping right hand. And Lewis buckles. Lewis buckles in the final minutes here in round number 10. Chuvalo lands another right cross, left hook, and a right cross. 5 seconds to go. Toe-to-toe fury. At the bell, Lewis finds his back to the ropes, and George Chuvalo walks back. He might be bloody, but he's smiling as he sits on the stool in his corner. Holy cow, Chuvalo really wants this Commonwealth title. If he wins this, it could set up a date with the winner of Gene Tunney and Joe Frazier. Mind you, in my universe, I stay away from bouts that actually happen, so if Chuvalo wins this, he will be rooting quite hard for the Fighting Marine Gene Tunney to get his title shot. We have Chuvalo comfortably ahead. The ringside scorer has Chuvalo by 2. We have Chuvalo way ahead. Round 11, 6 more minutes of boxing, and Manuel Stewart is telling Lennox Lewis, you have to do something big, you're behind. Here's the bell, round 11. Lewis will have an edge by 2 in control. Chuvalo, slow but moving forward. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. Lewis lands the jab and then the right hook to the body. Lewis trying to establish the jab, but he's tired also. He's taking a lot of shots to the ribs, and here's once again Chuvalo lands a looping right hand and follows it with a left hook as he digs it into the side of Lennox Lewis's body. Chuvalo stays in tight. Chuvalo continues to rat-a-tat hooks. He is playing the drum, and the drum is Lennox Lewis's rib cage. Over and over again, Chuvalo bangs it. Now Lewis lands a right cross and a left hook to the body. Lewis trying to move away from Chuvalo. Lewis lands a jab and a big right hand, and Chuvalo buckled! Chuvalo buckled! Can Lewis take advantage of this? Lewis throws. Big combination, but Chuvalo is able to walk through it. Chuvalo looking to throw. Chuvalo hooks with a left and a right to the ribs once again to Lennox Lewis. Final seconds here in round 11. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks them. We give that round to Lennox Lewis. We like the big combo that finally put a crack in the dam of the chin of George Chuvalo. Final 3 minutes. The British Commonwealth title at stake, the vacant title, and possible title shot. Lewis wants a rematch with Tunney. He was stopped in 15 for the vacant world championship. The ringside score has it 105-104 Chuvalo. We gave that last round to Lennox Lewis as the ringside scorer did. We have Chuvalo well ahead. If he stands up, in our eyes, he is the British Commonwealth champion. He has hurt Lewis on several occasions during this bout. Lewis finally put a dent in the Chuvalo chin in round 11. Two tired pugilists come to ring center. They touch gloves. Final 3 minutes. Who will claim the vacant British Commonwealth heavyweight title? There's the bell, and it's Chuvalo boring in. And Chuvalo hooks to the body and brings a left-right to the head of Lennox Lewis. Lewis trying to work behind the jab, lands the jab, another jab, and a booyah right cross. Chuvalo walks through it. Amazing. Toe-to-toe exchange. Chuvalo continues to press. Toe-to-toe exchange, and Chuvalo continues to press. Lewis looking to land big shots. 2 jabs, no right hand behind it. About 1:13 to go in this bout. Chuvalo lands low. Referee Gardner says keep them up. Lewis, big combination, and that stops George Chuvalo's advance. 4-punch salvo by Lennox Lewis, last punch being the right uppercut. Another toe-to-toe exchange, but the right hand clipped the jaw of Lennox Lewis, and Lewis backs up. 18 seconds left in this bout. They tie up, and there is the bell. We have George Chuvalo, the winner. Though we gave the last round to Lennox Lewis. The ringside scorer, my guess, has it a draw. No! They have Chuvalo by 2 points. They gave the last round to Chuvalo. So, we might not have the same scorecard, but we have the same result unofficially. George Chuvalo, in our eyes, is the winner. But now we go to the judges. Will they have Chuvalo the winner? If they do, the fans here in Toronto will go berserk as their favorite son, George Chuvalo from Toronto, Canada, will claim the British Commonwealth heavyweight title and put himself in line for a world heavyweight title shot. The judges' scorecards have been collected. In a moment, we will have the result. Co-main event up next, Muhammad Ali from Louisville, Kentucky, taking on Teofilo Stevenson from Cuba for the vacant North American Boxing Federation title. That title was vacated by Joe Frazier as he puts all of his efforts into taking the heavyweight title from Gene Tunney. All right, to the scorecards. Here it is. 114-114, 114-114, 117-112 Chuvalo. That's what we had pretty much. And George Chuvalo is disgusted. The fans are booing at the majority draw. Lennox Lewis is very lucky to get out of here without a defeat. We had Chuvalo winning quite easily. The ringside scorer had Chuvalo winning by 2. It was a tough tussle, and Chuvalo was cut a bad gash on the forehead, but we had him winning. Again, our scorecard was more in line with the 117-112 Chuvalo, but the first 2 judges had it even Stevens, 114-114, thus a majority draw, thus a rematch most likely in Wembley Stadium. So 2 draws on this fight card. David Selinsky says, wow. SteelerFan 1933 says, in my Glory Days boxing universe, Chuvalo took Lewis's heavyweight title, only to have Lewis take it back in a rematch. Lewis then held the title for 2 years before current champ Foreman beat him. RJL at ringside, RJL Network, that's our good friend Rob, is in disbelief that Chuvalo did not win. He is screaming this was rigged. After further review with Steve Tower, he is booing the decision. Mark Jones screaming Vegas judges here in Canada. And Dave Little says, good night, gentlemen. Good night to you, good Dr. David Little, and God bless. Wow, let's go to the fight report. Again, we were more in line with 117, 112. That's about what we have it. I might have even had it 118, 111. They had it a majority draw. I didn't see it that way. Chuvalo hurt Lewis on several occasions. Lewis hurt Chuvalo once. Good fight. Entertaining fight. I just thought Chuvalo won. And so did most everyone here. And the boos continue to rain down upon Lennox Lewis and the judges here at the Rogers Century in Toronto, Canada. Chuvalo puts his arms up and the crowd cheers, but it is a draw. So George Chuvalo, Lennox Lewis, they will do it again, and most likely from Wembley Stadium. We go to the co-main event, 12 rounds, North American Boxing Federation heavyweight title. Muhammad Ali making his debut against Teofilo Stevenson, who lost a split decision to Dwayne Bobbitt, but will get a North American Boxing Federation title crack. Ali wanted Stevenson, and he's going to get him. So again, Larry Holmes, unanimous decision, close over Max Schmeling. We had Holmes well ahead. Mike Tyson, we had James Jeffries winning that fight by 2 points, and it was a draw, majority draw. And the next fight is also a majority draw, and in our opinion, George Chuvalo got royally screwed. He should have won the fight. So here we go. Muhammad Ali, Louisville, Kentucky, 56-5-0 with 37 stoppages against Teofilo Stevenson, the great amateur from Cuba. 3 gold medals. 0-1. He lost to Dwayne Bobbitt. Split decision. Bobbitt fought quite well. Bobbitt will be on a card in the near future. 12 rounds, the vacant North American Boxing Federation Championship. If you're saying, hey, wait, Joe Frazier was the North American champ. Yes, but he vacated the title to fight Gene Tunney for the World Championship, 15 rounds main event. Stay here, folks. This has been a tremendous fight card, and here we go. Greatly appreciate everyone's time. Both fighters are in the ring. Ali in the red corner. Teofilo Stevenson in the green corner. Fidel Castro at ringside. So here we go. 12 rounds. Referee Gardner gives the final instructions. There's also an interpreter there for Teofilo Stevenson, though he understands English, in my opinion. And they touch gloves. This should be one heck of a matchup. Ali will have an edge in control. A decent edge. When you have a 2-point edge, that's a decent edge in my opinion. Ali's punching power is a 5. Stevenson's punching power is a 7. Ali, 29 endurance. Stevenson, 23. I think for Stevenson to have a chance, he's got to hurt Ali and hurt him early. Ali obviously wants to stay on the outside and work that jab and his quick combination. Stevenson likes to land the boom cross and an uppercut on the inside. Round 1, scheduled for 12, North American Boxing Federation Championship, heavyweight on the line. Both fighters circling, looking for an opening, and it's Stevenson who throws a quick combination, but Ali is able to avoid it. Ali, an excellent defensive fighter. Again, Stevenson lands the cross! Oh my lord, Ali walked into it, and Ali is hurt! Oh my lord, Ali is hurt! Stevenson lands a lunging hook but can't follow up. Ali tries to clear his head. Ali feints the jab and now lands a right hook. Ali trying to move around. 2 more jabs. Stevenson looking to land that big right hand that nearly disemboweled or dislocated Ali's head from his neck. Both fighters throw and miss. Ali staying at distance. Ali misses with a combination. Ali's not right now. His head not cleared. Stevenson with that right hand cocked, but he doesn't throw, and there is the bell. We give that round to the Cuban Teofilo Stevenson begrudgingly. Let's see what the ringside score. Stevenson, 10-9. We're in agreement. We haven't been in agreement quite much with the ringside score. RJL Network. Stevenson is one of only 3 boxers to win 3 Olympic gold medals, alongside Hungarian Laszlo Papp and fellow Cuban heavyweight Felix Savon. Here we go, round number 2, scheduled for 12, NABF heavyweight title. Ali misses his shots. He still does not seem clear-headed. Angelo Dundee says just use the jab. Stevenson throws, he misses. Ali counters with a nice left hook. Ali starting to clear his head. Stevenson trying to make it foggy again. Stevenson, jab and a right hook. Good job by Teofilo Stevenson. Ali comes back with 2 jabs. Toe-to-toe exchange favoring neither fighter. About a minute to go here in round 2. Stevenson misses his shots, but Ali's not countering. Ali leery of the right hand. There's a toe-to-toe exchange. Stevenson surprising Ali with his hand speed. Both fighters scoring well, and Stevenson behind the jab lands the right uppercut. Ali feeling the power of the Cuban. Ali misses his jabs. We give another round to Teofilo Stevenson. Unbelievable. They give it to Ali. Again, our scorecard's unofficial. Round 3 coming up. Angelo Dundee in the Ali corner, along with Drew Boudini Brown and the fight doctor Ferdy Pacheco, imploring Ali to change the tide of battle. And Ali is going to go right at Teofilo Stevenson with quick hands. Ali misses. Stevenson looking to land, but it's Ali continuing to punch. Ali opens up with a huge combination, rat-a-tatting Stevenson with hard punches, and Stevenson pushes Ali away. But 5 punches landed for Muhammad Ali. Stevenson looking to land the right hand. It's a grazing right hand. Ali counters. Left hook, right hand to the jaw of Teofilo Stevenson. Stevenson buckles. Ali looks to pour in. Ali again throwing shots to the head. Stevenson seems defenseless. Big shots. And Stevenson ties up. Referee breaks them. Ali continues to fire. Ali, a lead right hand, snapping the head of the Cuban Teofilo Stevenson. Stevenson looks to come back. He lands a lunging uppercut. Ali holds and hits. Final 30 seconds here, and it's Ali with a right cross left hook. Stevenson looks to fire back. He bangs the body on the inside and up to the head. But that is a Muhammad Ali round. As Ali has turned the tide of battle, he went right at the Cuban Teofilo Stevenson, and he hurt him. So each fighter has been weebled-wobbled, but neither has gone down. In the Ali corner, Angelo Dundee says, you got your pound of flesh, and now let's work from the outside. Through the Cuban interpreter, they're telling Teofilo Stevenson, cut the ring off, bang the body, go to the head. He is a paper champion, they're telling it, Teofilo. He is a paper champion. 2 rounds to 1, we're in agreement with that. Round 4, scheduled for 12, and it's Ali quickly taking control with a jab and a right hand, again to the head of Teofilo Stevenson. Stevenson tries to work his way in, but he is caught by a left hook. Stevenson again tries to work his way in, and Ali, 3-punch combination, left, right, and a left uppercut, and then another right hand, and Stevenson is in trouble. Stevenson is in trouble. He has never been hit with such quick, hard hands. Ali goes for the kill. Stevenson on the ropes, bipping and bopping. Ali landing, but he did not land hard. Stevenson fights his way off the ropes with 2 hooks to the body and a grazing right hand to the head. Action towards ring center. Stevenson tries to work his way in. Ali misses the jab. Stevenson gets inside, bangs the body with a left-right hook. Ali again from distance. Stevenson bores in. They tie up. Ali rabbit punches Stevenson. Referee Gardner breaks them. Final seconds here in round 4, and Ali walked Stevenson in. He feinted the jab, and he nailed Stevenson with a right hook. We are through 4, scheduled for 12. Stevenson beginning to fade. Another Ali round in our... Yep, that's what we have. 3 rounds to 1. We're in agreement there. They're much happier in the Ali corner. Angelo Dundee cracks a little smile. Drew Berdini Brown continues. I wouldn't call it a whisper in Ali's ear. He is quite loud. Fidel Castro at ringside screaming at Teofilo Stevenson, "You can do it." And there's the bell, round 5. Ali feints the jab again and walks Stevenson into the right hook. Ali, 2 jabs in a right hand. Ali from the outside. Stevenson cannot work his way in. 3-punch combination by Ali, all to the head, all off the jab. Stevenson lands a grazing cross. He's trying to land that cross that nearly dropped Ali in round 1. Ali on his toes, floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee with those jabs. Stevenson feints. Ali moves forward, and Stevenson 3-punch combination to the rib cage of Muhammad Ali. Stevenson shoves Ali off balance and lands another hook to the head. Ali back in control, but he missed a big right hand. Final seconds of round 5. Teofilo Stevenson misses his punches at the bell. A better round for Teofilo Stevenson, but did he win it? It was a close round. Take care, Mr. Rob, RJL Network. Check out that wonderful channel. They gave it to Stevenson. I'll have to agree with there. So it is 2-point advantage for Ali. We agree with that. Round 6, scheduled for 12. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. Both fighters landed crisp in that exchange. Stevenson. Oh, there's some boo birds here. In Toronto, Stevenson went a little south of the border there, got away with it. Another good flurry. Toe-to-toe exchange. Lots of action in this bout. Both fighters circling. Stevenson trying to get inside. Stevenson works his way in. Stevenson lands a chopping right hook to the head and then a left hook to the body. Ali from distance, 2 jabs. Under a minute to go. Ali, a jab and a right hand. Stevenson felt the power of Muhammad Ali. 40 seconds to go, and it's Ali. Lands a beautiful combination. It was a scoring combination, though Stevenson rolled with the punches. All the punches were to the head, and it starts with the jab. Ali continues to put the jab out there, nailing Stevenson over and over again. Stevenson starting to lose his confidence as he goes back to his corner. That will not be said of the braggadocious Muhammad Ali. He is quite confident. He is quite truculent, as Howard Cosell would say. Ali up 58-56. We are in agreement with that. Round 7. Ali looking for the stoppage in his debut of this tough Cuban, Teofilo Stevenson. If he does get the win, he will claim the vacant North American Boxing Federation heavyweight title. And it's Ali right away, throwing a lot of punches. Stevenson was able to duck, dive, and avoid. Stevenson now trying to box with Ali. And Ali is first, but he misses. Stevenson comes back with a right and a left hook. Nice counter by Teofilo Stevenson. Ali with a lead right catches Stevenson. It is a boxing match. Ali misses. Stevenson counters with a right. Again, that was the right hand that nearly dropped Ali in round 1. Stevenson trying to duplicate that. Stevenson, 2 jabs and a right hook to the body. Nice job by Teofilo Stevenson. Ali comes back with a jab and a right hand, catching Stevenson square in the face. Under a minute to go here in round 7. Teofilo Stevenson hooks to the body. He worked his way in as he feinted the jab. Ali comes back with the same combination. Ali mocking Stevenson. Stevenson throws a left and a right. Ali evades. Ali shuffles, and Ali puts his arms up, and the fans are loving it here in Toronto. We give that round to Muhammad Ali. Stevenson sits on his stool, and he is breathing quite heavily. Angelo Dundee says, "We have taken him into the deep water, and now he is yours, champ." Ringside score gave that round to Teofilo Stevenson. We're not in agreement with that. We have Ali up by 3. The ringside score has Ali up by 1. Round 8 scheduled for 12. NABF vacant heavyweight title on the line. And Ali quick jabs and the right hand. Stevenson trying to out-jab the jabber. And Ali continues to rat-a-tat Stevenson. He is quicker. He lands the left and the right. And it was a beautiful cross behind the jab. Now, Stevenson ties up Ali. Referee breaks them. They both feint, but they don't fire. About a minute 34 to go here in round 8. Both fighters throw and miss. Action slowing down here. And as I say that, Ali feints and then catches Stevenson moving forward with the right hook. Square in the face. Ali looking to capitalize. 2 jabs and another right hook. Beautiful job by Ali. 14 seconds ago. Stevenson looking to land the right hand, and he does, but Ali rolled with the punch. So Ali, we have him taking complete control of this fight. Stevenson. He went 10 with Bobic. He's in the 9th round now. Ali, let's see what he's going to do here. Ali in the corner. They're telling him, work behind the jab, land your combinations all day, all night. Through the Cuban interpreter, they're telling Teofilo Stevenson, you got to land something big. And he tried. That was a toe-to-toe exchange. Both fighters landed equally. Stevenson misses with big shots. Ali counters with a right, left, right. And Stevenson somehow walks through it. Ali talking to Stevenson. Stevenson throws, lands grazing. Ali counters with a left, right, left. And Stevenson was hurt by that one. Ali starts to windmill his punches. Ali talking to Stevenson. Stevenson back against the ropes. Ali throwing. Stevenson bobbing and weaving. Ali still talking. Now Stevenson ties him up. Ali talking in Stevenson's ear. I don't know if he understands him. Referee Gardner breaks them. Ali looking to punch. Ali lands the lead right hand. 41 seconds ago. Stevenson loads up, but lands a grazing right cross. Ali smiles. Ali, 2 more jabs into the face of Stevenson. Final seconds of round 9. Toe-to-toe exchange, and the bell sounds the end of round 9. Ali plays to the crowd as the crowd chants, Ali, Ali, Ali. Stevenson is utterly exhausted on his stool. Ali stands up again, plays to the crowd from his corner. The bell for round 10. Ali races towards Stevenson. Now sidesteps the pressure. And there's the right hand and then a left hook. Nice job by Ali. Ali misses those punches there. Stevenson too tired to counter. Ali again. Jab right hand. Ali peppering Stevenson. Ali lands the right, misses the left hook. Stevenson comes back with a left hook. Stevenson throws, misses, lands grazingly now, and Ali hooked to the body. A rare body punch for Muhammad Ali. Toe-to-toe exchange, but the quicker, snappier punchers are from Muhammad Ali, snapping the head of Teofilo Stevenson. Ali getting the better of it. Ali, 2 jabs and a right hand. Under 30 seconds to go here in round 10. Stevenson lands a good right cross, but some of the sting is gone from the Stevenson blows. Stevenson looks to duplicate it, and he lands a right cross and a left uppercut, and Ali blinks at the bell. Holy cow. That was a close round. I think Stevenson might have stole it at the end. They gave it even. This fight's closer than we thought here, folks. This fight is a little closer. I still have Ali by 3 points. The ringside score has Ali by 2 points. Stevenson's going to have to really dig deep. Again, he was an amateur, lost a 10-round split decision to Dwayne Bobic. If he loses to Ali, it's going to be tough for him to work his way back up. Round 11. 6 more minutes of boxing, and it's Ali in control. Ali lands the left jab, and then the right hook to the head of Teofilo Stevenson. Ali, 2 jabs. Nice job by Ali. Stevenson and Ali both feint, fire, and miss. Ali back behind the jab, lands the right cross, and Stevenson buckles. Stevenson is hurt. Ali looks to follow it up. Stevenson is hurt again by a right cross. Ali talking to Stevenson. He lands the right and the left to the head of Teofilo Stevenson. Ali opening up. 2 jabs and another right hand. And Stevenson is down! Stevenson is down! He beat the count. Ali to the neutral corner, jumping up and down. round. Stevenson begins to rise at 5. He will take the mandatory 8 count. Ali looking for the big win in his debut. Ali goes for the kill. Ali throwing punches, Stevenson keeping his hands up, and there is the bell as Ali had Stevenson against the ropes, rat-a-tatting him. Unbelievable. Muhammad Ali, we go to the 12th. Stevenson is utterly exhausted. He is looking just to survive. Ali looking to take him out. Here's the bell. Final 3 minutes. Ali looking for the opening. Stevenson lands a cross, not much oomph on it. Both fighters throw and miss. Ali talking to Stevenson. Ali feints the jab and then hits him with the left hook. So he jabbed with the left hand. Stevenson feinted with the right and walked Stevenson into the left hook. Stevenson looks to load up. Stevenson misses with the big right hand. Ali comes back. Jab, right hand. Stevenson is hurt. Stevenson is hurt. Referee Gardner looking. Stevenson ties him up. 40 seconds to go. Stevenson looking to fight. Stevenson misses his shots. Ali looking to end it here. Ali, jab, right hand, and there is the bell. And it came none too soon for Teofilo Stevenson. He is on shaky legs, shaky ground as he goes back to his corner. Ali slaps him on the back, says, "Nice fight, but I won." Ali goes over to the Cubans' corner, congratulates them, winks at Fidel Castro, and says, "You better give me a cigar." Ali raises his arms in victory, and we believe Muhammad Ali will claim the North American Boxing Federation with a 12-round decision. Quite convincingly in our eyes. The ringside score, 117-111 for Ali. Ali dropped Stevenson in the 11th and nearly stopped him in the 12th. Referee Gardner let it go to the end. Now the official result. 117-111, 118-112, 117-111. The unanimous decision for the winner, Muhammad Ali. So Muhammad Ali is victorious in his debut in our Legends of Boxing universe, with the big knockdown in the 11th and battering Stevenson against the ropes. An easy victory, and the fans chant Ali, Ali, Ali. For Teofilo Stevenson, he's now 0-2. What will be up next? Will he face his fellow Cuban, Nino Valdez, in Havana? That's a possibility. Now to the main event. The Fighting Marine, Gene Tunney, taking on Smoking Joe Frazier from Philadelphia, PA. 15 rounds for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gene Tunney, Greenwich, Connecticut. Overall record 61-1-1, 45 stoppages, 19 no decisions. His only loss was to Harry Greb at light heavyweight. Smoking Joe Frazier, 32-4-1, 27 stoppages, both men heavyweight champions in reality. Gene Tunney is 5-0 with 2 draws. He avenged both draws. He has three stoppages. He drew with Norton and Foreman, came back to beat Norton and Foreman. He won the vacant title by stopping Lennox Lewis. I believe it was in the 15th, if I remember correctly. Tunney likes to fight on the outside, behind the jab. Excellent counter puncher. Quick hands, quick feet. He darts in and out. Likes to wear his opponents down and take them out. Joe Frazier's going to bring the pressure, and lots of it. Wants to land the booming left hook to the body and bring it to the head. Frazier, advantage in punching power, 8-3. Tunney will have a... Actually, it's even Stevens. When it comes to control, it looks like. Frazier is a physical fighter. Tunney is a technician. So against a technician, Frazier's a 9. Against a physical fighter, Tunney's a 9. Endurance, slight edge to Smoking Joe Frazier. The crowd on its feet. They've seen a hell of a fight card. And now the main event. Both fighters have made their way into the ring. The World Heavyweight Championship. Tunney, Frazier. Tunney, red corner. Frazier, blue corner. They've got their final instructions from the referee, Dave Gardner. Tunney looks to fight from the outside. Frazier looks to bring the pressure. Round 1 scheduled for 15, heavyweight championship. Rogers Century, Toronto, Canada. The bell, round 1. Tunney, as Frazier bores in, Tunney hits him with a jab and a right hand. Tunney tries to stay on the outside. Tunney really effective, working the jab. Frazier trying to get in, bobbing and weaving. Tunney misses with the left-right. Frazier comes up with a left hook, catching Gene Tunney. Tunney again misses the jabs. Frazier continues to bob and weave his way in. Tunney continues to miss. Tunney throwing and missing. Missed punches will take energy from you. Frazier now gets inside, bangs a left hook to the body. Frazier continues to try to work on the inside. Lands the left hook, brings it to the head. Misses to the head. Tunney counters with 2 short shots and slides away. Nice job by Gene Tunney. Frazier cuts the ring off, bangs the body with the left hook. And Frazier bangs the body a bit low, and there's the bell. I give round 1 to the pressure of Joe Frazier. Smoking Joe Frazier takes round 1 in my opinion. Ringside scorer gives it to Gene Tunney. So he liked the quick combinations of Tunney. I like the pressure of Frazier. Frazier landed enough in my eyes. Round 2 scheduled for 15. Tunney misses the jab again. Frazier not as easy to hit as it looks. Frazier cuts the ring off, works inside, bangs the body, left, right, left. 3 hard hooks to Tunney's rib cage. And Tunney goes low. Tunney goes very low. He has done that in many a fight. The center, Rogers Center. Thank you very much. That's what I thought it was, but they spelled it differently, so I said maybe it's Century. Thank you, our good friend Tim. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out his wonderful channel. Again, Frazier works his way in tight, bangs the body and up to the head. 4 punches land for Joe Frazier. Frazier is landing hard. Frazier continues to get inside, but he does not land. Tunney smothers him, now slides away. Frazier really putting good pressure on. Frazier digs to the body, but Tunney counters with his own hook to the head. And again, Tunney moves away, but Frazier is being very effective with his pressure. And again, Tunney goes low. Wow, referee Gardner might be close to taking a point. Tunney throws punches. Frazier dips, comes up, and lands a left hook to the noggin of Gene Tunney. 14 seconds left in round 2. Frazier bores in. Frazier misses with his shots, and there is the bell. The Fighting Marine getting a bit dirty there. 2 low blows, in our opinion, in that round. Referee Gardner goes over to talk to Tunney and his corner. Say, hey, keep it clean. 1 round apiece by the ringside scorer. We have it 2-0 Frazier. Round 3 scheduled for 15. Tunney tries to work behind the jab. 2 jabs. Frazier continues to try to work his way in. Tunney with another couple of jabs. Frazier continues to get peppered by that jab the way Ali peppered him. Tunney, beautiful jabs. 2 more jabs, keeping Frazier off balance and at bay. Lead right hand catches Frazier. Belt line for Tunney. Under a minute to go. Tunney circles. Frazier just cannot get in any rhythm. He's not punching. Now Frazier gets inside, and Tunney is all octopus arms. He ties up Smoking Joe Frazier. Seconds left in round 3. And there's the bell. That was the best round for Gene Tunney. He boxed beautifully, totally frustrating Frazier with his jab and his octopus arm tactics when Frazier was able to work his way past that educated jab of Gene Tunney. Round 3 we give to Tunney. So does the ringside scorer. Here we go, round number 4. Scheduled for 15, heavyweight championship on the line. Toe-to-toe exchange, but Tunney lands and moves away. Frazier not landing cleanly. Tunney again. There's that double jab. Good job by Tunney. Tunney continues to put the jab out there. Frazier just cannot get in any type of rhythm. The rhythm is coming from Gene Tunney's jab, smacking Frazier over and over again. That's going to puff up Joe. Now Joe works his way underneath, but misses his shots. A grazing hook to the body. Tunney counters with a right uppercut. Tunney looking superb right now. Frazier gets in tight. A left hook to the body. Right uppercut to the head of Gene Tunney. Frazier, left hook to the body. Left hook to the head and a right hand. And Tunney blinks but moves away. Good shots by Frazier. 39 seconds left in round 4. Both fighters throw and miss. Toe-to-toe exchange, but Tunney was quicker and his punches were crisper. Another good round here. I give it to Tunney. It was close, but I give it to Tunney. They give it to Frazier, 38-38. Round 5. As we come up to the third way, 1/3 through the bout. Frazier trying to work his way into punching distance. Frazier dips, comes up with a left hook, and Tunney is hurt. Tunney is hurt. Frazier wings another hook. Tunney ducks away from it, but Tunney was hurt. Tunney goes back to the jab. His head is not clear. He did not land. Frazier looks to land a lunging hook. He does. Tunney with a nice 3-punch combination there. Left, right, and then the left hook. All to the head of Joe Frazier. Frazier hooks to the body. It was grazing. Tunney misses his shots. Frazier, again, not really boring in, but trying to catch Tunney. Frazier, with a looping right hand, catches Tunney square in the face. 17 seconds left in round 5, and Frazier hooks to the body at the bell. We give that round to Joe Frazier. Round 6. There's the bell. Tunney again is going to try to stay on the outside. Frazier had success getting in punching range, landing and getting out. 2 jabs in a right hand hit Frazier. Frazier blinks. There's no blood. Frazier looks to land. He lands the left hook to the body. Tunney comes right back with another couple of jabs. They circle. No one throws. Tunney again, tripling up on the jab. Tunney's going to win this. It's with the jab. Frazier parries the jab away there. Smokin' Joe lands a looping right hand to the top of Tunney's head. Joe gets in punching range, hooks to the body. It was a left hook. Frazier trying to... And he lands another left hook, but missed the right hand to the head. I give that round to Joe Frazier. We're through 6. Tunney having a bit of a tussle here with Frazier. No one thought it was going to be easy, but Frazier is fighting quite well. I have Frazier slightly ahead. I think I have Frazier by a round. It's close. They have it even. Again, our scorecard's unofficial. Round 7 scheduled for 15. Tunney, nice combination, left-right to the head of Frazier, and then a left hybrid hook uppercut to the chest area. Tunney looks to capitalize, and he does! Tunney lets his hands go, catching Frazier, trying to get into punching range. The last 2 punches, left-right, to the jaw of Joe Frazier. Frazier walks through it. Frazier circles. Frazier lands a looping hook, a right hook, and Tunney's left eye begins to swell. Tunney's left eye begins to swell. Frazier again hooks to the body, brings it to the head. Tunney goes back to the jab. Both men on the outside, but Frazier has to get into punching range, and he tries. Tunney throws. Tunney misses. Frazier bangs a right hand into the face of Gene Tunney. Tunney comes back with a lead cross, catching Frazier. 34 seconds left in round 7. Frazier misses his shots. Tunney missed his right hand left hook, and there is the bell. Very close fight. Tunney sits on his stool. Frazier with an interesting strategy, Eddie Futch. Eddie Futch is almost wanting Tunney to sort of lead and Frazier to be the aggressive counterpuncher, it seems. Bell for round 8. We have a very close fight here for the heavyweight championship of the world. And again, Frazier looks to be an aggressive counterpuncher, but he missed those short shots as Tunney moved in but didn't punch. Frazier caught him again. Frazier really using the right hand more than we thought. Good job by Frazier. Again, Frazier not really leading. Tunney tries to lead. Frazier hooks to the body. Frazier very effective. Oh, and there's the point deduction. Tunney went low for a third time. Referee Gardner has seen enough. He has taken a point away from the Fighting Marine, Gene Tunney. In a close fight, that is huge. Frazier's okay. Frazier throws a left-right that misses Tunney. Tunney looks to come back. Tunney lands a nice combination. It was a 1-2-3, left hand, right cross, left hook, all to the head of Frazier. Frazier again looking to get Tunney in punching range, and he does. He is landing the right hand. That was something they must have worked on in training. Frazier looks to land again. He throws, he misses. Tunney counters with a 3-punch salvo at the bell. Could be an even 9-9 round. As a point was taken away from Gene Tunney, we move to round 9. Let's check the ringside score, 76-76. Okay, so this is a mistake in round. Here's the mistake by the ringside scorer. Hopefully the judges do not make the mistake. They took a point away from Gene Tunney. Unless he was going to make it 10-10. That's a possibility. So maybe he had it even. They took a point away. All right, that could be right. Maybe so he had the fight even, the round even, but the point deduction by Tunney for the low blow makes it 10-9 Frazier. Overall 76-76. We two have it very close. Round 9, scheduled for 15. Both fighters, again, Frazier looks to be the aggressive counterpuncher. And Frazier, right hand, left hook to the head. And Tunney shows a good chin there. Tunney looks to come back. He doubles up on that jab. He's throwing a lot of jabs. Frazier missed his left hand. Tunney is quicker with he feinted the jab, lands the right hook to the head of Frazier. Tunney looks to follow up. A jab and a right cross lands on Frazier. Frazier looks to aggressively counterpunch, and he does. A left hook to the body of Gene Tunney. Both fighters looking for an opening. Again, Frazier is an aggressive counterpuncher in these rounds, and he's been effective, quite surprisingly. 10 seconds to go here in round 9. Tunney punching at the bell, and it's a good combination. 1-2-3 once again. Landing on Frazier. Did Tunney steal the round? Let's go to the ringside scorer. We have it close. How does the ringside scorer have it? They gave that round to Joe Frazier. I can't argue either way. Round 10 scheduled for 15. Eddie Futch now thinks they have sufficiently worn down Tunney. They want Frazier to work inside. Tunney will work on the outside. Frazier works past the jab but can't land. Tunney counters with a left uppercut and a chopping right hand. Now moves away. Tunney back behind the jab. 2 more jabs land on Frazier. Frazier cannot land inside. Missed his punches. Frazier. Now Frazier goes low. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Frazier losing this round right now with 1:39 left. Tunney has reestablished his jab, and now he brings the right hand behind it. Good job by the Fighting Marine, Gene Tunney. Oh, a big 4-punch combination. Frazier backs up. Tunney really laid it in on him. Frazier looks to come back. Frazier wings a right hand and misses. 29 seconds to go here in round 10. Both fighters throw and miss. 16 seconds to go, and there is the bell. Toe-to-toe exchange. It was an even exchange. Both fighters go back to their corner. That was a Gene Tunney round. Round 11 coming up. Very close fight here from the Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada. What a fight card we have had. Dead even on the ringside scorers card. We have it close, but we have Frazier slightly ahead. Frazier again works his way inside. Frazier bangs the body left, right, and then rips a left uppercut through the Tunney guard. Tunney trying to get out of dodge. He misses those shots. Tunney moving. Frazier moves forward, bangs the body. Again, Frazier gets in tight, but he cannot land. Frazier lands a hybrid hook uppercut to the chest of Gene Tunney. Tunney, jab right hand on Frazier. 47 seconds to go here in round 11. Frazier missed the big left hook. Tunney does not counter. They circle as Frazier tries to cut the ring off. And there's the bell as they tie up. Round 12 coming up in the Tunney corner. Let's see if he starts. They're telling Gene that you might have to set down in your punches a little more. Frazier is breathing His breathing looks heavy now. His breathing looks heavy. Eddie Futch telling Joe, get on the inside, bang the body. Ringside score has Tunney up 105-104. We still have Frazier up by a point. Here's the bell, round 12, scheduled for 15. Tunney ties up Frazier as he gets inside. Frazier moves forward. Tunney lands a good straight right. 2 more clean jabs land by Gene Tunney. Frazier is just slowing down a bit. Frazier, left hook to the body, brings it to the head. Tunney is hurt. Frazier looks to follow up. And he missed with a big left hook. But Tunney was hurt. Tunney on his bicycle, landing jabs. Frazier pressing forward. Frazier misses with the right and the left to the head of Gene Tunney. Tunney comes back with a left, right. Frazier is hurt. Frazier is hurt. This is what Tunney does. Tunney starting to sit down on his punches. Frazier backing up. Tunney lands a jab and a right hand at the bell. Gene Tunney takes that round. Frazier at the end of the round back to the ropes, and he was hurt. Here come the championship rounds, 13, 14, and 50, and this is where Gene Tunney has thrived. Frazier looks tired. Tunney has some swelling near the left eye. Tunney up by 2 points on the ringside score. We have the fight even now. Final 9 minutes. There's the bell. Tunney setting down on his punches. Right hand, left hook. Even though he's fighting from the outside, he's starting to set down. Joe Frazier hooks with the left to the body, right hand to the head, and a left hook to the head. Good job by Joe. Tunney lands on the belt line. Tunney, 2 jabs and a right hand. Catching Frazier coming forward. Tunney with a lead right, catching Frazier coming forward. Frazier trying to smoke, but he is getting smoked. Left hand, right cross, right on the jaw of Joe Frazier. Tunney setting down on his punches. Tunney missed with that combination. Frazier too tired to counter. Frazier gets inside, bangs the body. Tunney, big combination as Frazier goes back to his corner on queer legs. Holy cow. Gene Tunney is starting to set down on his punches and really laying it to Smokin' Joe Frazier. SGJ Jamie has joined us. He says, got here just before the last 3 rounds. We've had a hell of a fight card, Jamie. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us. So we have Tunney up by a point now, as we had it even after 12. The ringside score is going to have Tunney up by 2 points. 6 more minutes of boxing. Can Frazier turn it here? Tunney looking to defend his title. Frazier tired, Tunney tired, but Tunney looks the better. Frazier going to bring the pressure. Tunney going to stay on the outside. Frazier works his way in. Double left hook. The second one cracks the jaw of Gene Tunney. And Tunney just walked through it. The zip has seemed to come off the punches of Smokin' Joe Frazier. Frazier again with that double left hook. One to the rib and up to the head. He's working it overtime. Frazier gets inside. And again the double left hook to the ribs and to the head. Tunney felt it. Tunney starting to slow down. Tunney comes back with a right uppercut. He walked Frazier into it. Frazier gets inside. Frazier bangs the body with a left and a right, and then back with the left to the rib cage of Gene Tunney. About a minute to go here in round 14. Tunney with a left jab and a right cross. Tunney looks to follow up. He walks Frazier into a right hook to the jaw. Frazier tries to move forward. Frazier bangs the body. They say a punch possibly low. 18 seconds to go. Toe-to-toe exchange at the bell. 3 more minutes of boxing. Will Gene Tunney retain his title? We believe so, but you never know. It's a very close fight. It is a very close fight. Ringside score has Tunney up by 2. Gave Frazier the last round. I have Frazier up 1. So it's a close fight, could go either way. Referee brings in the ring center. They touch gloves. Here we go, final 3 minutes. Gene Tunney has fought 2 draws. Come back to been victorious against the competition. He drew with Norton, came back to beat Norton via decision. Drew with Foreman, came back to stop Foreman. Here we go. Final 3 minutes. Will Tunney retain the title? Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange. Or will Frazier take it back to Philadelphia? Frazier looks to work the left hook overtime. He misses to the head. Tunney lands on the belt line. He had a point deduction for low blows. Frazier cannot land. He throws and misses. Tunney taking it to Frazier. Toe-to-toe exchange. Tunney setting down on his punches. Both fighters throw and miss. We have under a minute to go. Dangerous for Tunney, but he might think he needs this round. Frazier double hooks to the body and to the head, but the zip is not there. Frazier comes back with a good left uppercut. Tunney felt that. Final seconds here of round 15. And there is the bell. They clinched at the end. Bud W says, left hook, Joe, left hook. SGJ Jamie says, Tunney fights are always close, but he usually wins. You are correct. I had the fight, dare say it, I'm going to say it, a draw. Imagine if Tunney has his third draw as a champion. If it is a draw, there will be a rematch at Philadelphia Municipal Stadium. The ringside score had Tunney by a point. I have it a draw. The judges' scorecards are being collected. Before we go to the decision, I'd like to say thank you to SGJ Jamie, Bud W, D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, check out his wonderful channel, RJL Network, our good friend Rob, check out his channel, Mark Jones, Dave Little, thank you very much, check out his wonderful channel, After Further Review with Steve Tower, check out his channel, David Selinsky, Steeler Fan 1933, our good friend Matt. Continue to scroll up. I want to make sure we got everybody. Jack Thompson, thank you. Jake Cruz, thank you. Here we go. Will Gene Tunney retain his title, or will Joe Frazier take it back to Philadelphia? The ringside scorer, one last time unofficially, had a 1-point victory for Tunney, 143-142. I had the fight even after 15 rounds. Even. Now to the judges that matter. Here is the result. 143-142 Frazier, 143-142 Tunney, 144-143 Tunney. Gene Tunney retains the title here at the Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada by the slimmest of margins, split decision. Holy cow, you can't argue either way. What a fight, what a 5-fight heavyweight fight card, all close. Unbelievable. Except the Ali fight. But it was good because he kicked the snot out of the Cuban Teofilo Stevenson in our eyes, and we were happy about that. Again, Frazier 143-142, Tunney 143-142, Tunney 144-143. Had they not taken the point away from Tunney, it would have been a majority decision. Would have been a majority decision, with Tunney taking 2 judges and the other judge having a draw. So Gene Tunney once again retains his heavyweight title. Let's just look really quick. SGJ Jamie says might have earned a rematch at some point. Maybe. Last round, Frazier. 14 and 15, they all gave it to Frazier. Again, I had it even after 15, so it was a close fight. There you have it. We'll go over the results one last time. So if you don't want to know what happened, shut your eyes and turn away if you just joined us, but I'm going to go over it. Larry Holmes, we had Holmes winning comfortably. He did win, but it was a closer unanimous decision than we had it. 96-94, 96-94, 95-94 over the German Max Schmeling. Both fighters making their debut. Schmeling a loser, Holmes a winner. In another bout with both pugilists making their debut, Mike Tyson and James J. Jeffries drew. Majority draw, 95-95, 95-95, Jeffries 96-95. We had Jeffries strong down the stretch, winning by 2 points ourselves, but it was a majority draw. George Chuvalo, Lennox Lewis, And in this fight, this was 12 rounds for the British Commonwealth title. George Chuvalo got screwed. We had Chuvalo winning comfortably. It was a good tussle. Chuvalo hurt Lennox Lewis 3 or 4 times badly during the bout, but couldn't drop him. Lewis hurt Chuvalo towards the end, but he walked through it and remained upright. And again, we had Chuvalo winning quite comfortably. A competitive fight, but we had Chuvalo winning comfortably. Well, the judges had it 114-114, 114-114, and Chuvalo 117-112. That's about what we had it. We actually probably, 5 points. We had the 117-112. So Chuvalo, it's a draw. That there will be a rematch at Wembley Stadium. This fight was for the British Commonwealth title in Toronto. Now the rematch will be in Wembley Stadium. Muhammad Ali won a unanimous decision. He dropped Teofilo Stevenson in the 11th, had him on the ropes, nearly took him out in the 12th. Ali 117-111, 118-112, 117-111 claims the vacant North American Boxing Federation title, which was vacated by Joe Frazier. As we saw in the main event, he was attempting to win the world heavyweight title. Well, Gene Tunney retained it by the narrowest of margins, we had it a draw. Gene Tunney by split decision, 140. Frazier 143-142, then Tunney 143-142, and then Tunney 144-143. What a fight card! What a fight card! Bud W said enjoyed. Thanks. Thank you, Bud W. I'm glad. If everyone enjoyed it, we went long and we lost. Obviously no one's going to sit up and watch this whole thing, but I wanted to do this. I like doing the boxing, whether it's Glory Days Boxing, Legends of Boxing, or Title Bout 2 on the PC. I love them all, and I like doing it. We're also going to get back to I keep saying it, but we're going to get to it, our Title Bout Championship Boxing on the PC, our heavyweight tournament. We might give you the Ali Bone Crusher Smith fight, and the other 3 fights I might just quick sim offline and give you the results so we can move on to round 2. Let's quickly look at the rankings in the heavyweight division. Joe Frazier's still, you know what? We're going to move, Joe Frazier lost. I'm going to move Lewis to the number 1 contender. Frazier will drop to 2. Holyfield will stay at 3. Chuvalo and Lennox Lewis will stay where they were, 7 and 8. Let's see if they moved. Ali wins, so we're going to move Ali to 15. He had a close. We're going to move Ali to 15. As maybe Nino Valdez and Teofilo Stevenson fight in Havana. Jeffries and Tyson Drew, we're going to keep them where they are. Max Schmeling lost. He'll stay where he is. Where is Teofilo Stevenson lost? He'll stay where he is. Larry Holmes, I'm going to move up to... I think Larry Holmes should move up. We're going to move Larry Holmes up to 23. And that's it. So that's how we have it. Gene Tunney's next opponent, he fought his mandatory, so we'll give him a voluntary defense. Maybe we throw Rocky Marciano at him. Maybe we throw Ika Beabuchi. Maybe we give him a real easy one with Leon Spinks. I don't know, but we'll do something. So that's how the ratings are. Tunney remains champion. And let's quickly look at what Tunney has done. Tunney won the vacant title, 15th round TKO over Lennox Lewis, who drew with Chuvalo tonight. Then he drew with Kenny Norton. Then he beat Kenny Norton, split decision. Norton might get another crack at him. I don't know. Then he drew with George Foreman, stopped George Foreman in the 11th, stopped Primo Canera in the 11th, beat Sonny Liston quite easily, 15-round decision. And as we just witnessed, split decision very tight over Joe Frazier. So Gene Tunney continues as your world champion. SGJ Jamie says, I know it was an era long time ago, but I think Jeffries might be underrated in Legends of Boxing. Let's take a quick look at his card. You might be right there. Again, I won't change any ratings. And I love this game. And Gary from Stone Mountain Press is a very nice man. And again, it's fun to talk about the ratings. Let's go to Jeffries. Let's just take a quick look at the Jeffries card. I think Jeffries should be a 9 against a physical fighter. Tactical could be a 7 or an 8. I might bump them up 1. But again, he fought a good fight against Tyson. There might be a rematch there, or we might go him against Max Baer in California. So Gene Tunney continues to be your world heavyweight champion. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the stream, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, please do so. If you do subscribe or you have subscribed, make sure you hit the bell for notification when we go live, because we have fun. And we have a wonderful community. Check out the other wonderful content creators. Thank you very much. Health and happiness. Stay safe. Be smart. If you're watching the Super Bowl, enjoy it tomorrow. I hope your team that you're rooting for wins. And especially if you bet on them, I hope they win. I have no dog in the fight, no money on the game. So I just want to see a good game. So until next time, God bless. Thank you very much. Yes, you can change the ratings, bud, but I don't change the ratings. I created, one more thing, I created a fighter, Joe Baskey. I created Joe Baskey, which I always say Baskey by accident. Baksey is his proper name. I have his gloves back there. You can't see. I've shown them before. He was a heavyweight contender, top 3 actually at one point. Late 40s, early 50s. Had a title shot already in hand against Joe Lewis. He was cruising through his European tour, winning his fights. He fought a Scandinavian fighter, and he lost a split decision, and thus no title fight. Then he had to beat Ezra Charles in a title eliminator, but he would lose. The only time he was stopped was by Ezra Charles. So I made Joe Baskey, and I originally had him 7 and a 7 for physical against physical fighters and tactical. Well, we did a test fight against the Argentinian Campolo. He won. Then we fought Ezra Charles. Now, he really fought Ezra Charles. In our test fight, he beat Charles by TKO on the 13th. So now I was like, well, maybe I got to bring this down, the technical fighter, to 6. I did. Charles beat him TKO 15, TKO 14. Walcott, he lost to in real life by decision. Walcott stopped him on cuts in the 7th. We then beat Jean Perea Koopman. We beat Mike Weaver, lost to Joe Lewis, lost to Joe Bugner, beat Donovan Razor Ruddock, and beat Nino Valdez. So that's kind of fun. Very fun game, Bud W. And it's really fun on the PC and you can roll your own dice if you want. I've done it. I did a video on it. The game goes, you can have lots of, it's a good, solid game. Very good game. Again, we question some of the ratings, but Gary's a wonderful guy. He's about it. Again, Anthony Crooks doesn't get any better, and he says Gary's a wonderful guy. And, so. And I've had, nice conversations on Facebook with Gary. Again, my thing with Rocky Marciano, against a physical fighter, he should be a 10. And against a tactical fighter, he should be at least an 8. The man never lost. So I think 10 against a physical fighter, 8 against a tactical fighter. I think that's fair. Oh, this is a cool thing. Let's look at title fight holders. So Gene Tunney is the world champ. Primo Carnera, the European champ. Lennox Lewis is the British champion. Carnera is also the Italian heavyweight champion. Rocky Marciano, the United States heavyweight champion. North American champion is Muhammad Ali. Lennox Lewis also holds the English title. At light heavyweight, Dwight Quaye is the USBA champion. Mike Rossman is the North American Boxing Federation champion. Our world middleweight champion is Marvin Hagler. Rocky Graziano, oh wow, we didn't vacate that title. Oh, he's still the USBA champion. Nino LaRocca, in his shocking victory over Duran, is the world welterweight champion. No, I don't use the optional rules. I looked at them, they're cool, but I started this universe with the rules they have. I'm not changing them. Gene Hatcher, good question though, STJ Jamie. Gene Hatcher is our United States Boxing Association junior welterweight champion. We got to get some of the lighter weights in here and upcoming cards. I fight some cards offline. Actually, I fight a lot of cards offline. Our lightweight champion is Julio Cesar Chavez. He defeated Arguello TKO. Willie Pep, I don't think it's going to be tough to beat Pep. He is the world featherweight champion. And we will now leave you in a moment. I love talking boxing. I can talk it all day, all night. Let's go back to the rankings. Let's leave you with Gene Tunney, the heavyweight champion. Thank you very much. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye. 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 I love you all. You know what's coming, folks. Peace. See you soon.